Well, here back once again, everybody. I was watching yesterday's. I was like, oh man, didn't even tell the funny story. I was like, you come back down into John a bit. He's like, yeah, okay. So hopefully this one will make a little bit more sense and maybe have a little structure to these. And so, phrase of the day. What do we say across our lips all the time? Just never got it. Well, it's just my 2 cents. But that's everything, because they just think they're 1 cent. That's it. And they're finding out about their ring. Bing. But 2 cents is two. That's two looking back. It's the same cent. 2 cents. Everything out there is you. So it's pretty important to get that lesson. It's the first part, right? Figuring out this is a duality world from the projector onto the stage, from the reality to the duality. So we can play this game of lights down here, thinking we're all separate, but the tool, the Omega, yeah, just swing on up there. I said bookmark yesterday, but that's where you're at right now. It's the mark on the page. The book ends are the Joaquin and Boaz, or 11, or Bone, 9 and the 1, all that stuff, So whatever works for you. It's so multi-dimensional, It's starting to see, what are the shapes, and just go to Plato's solids and icosahedron, or it's bigger than that even. But so we're just getting tools. So those are the tools that you can actually take your memories and go back and re-experience them. I saw that in the scientists say, but they're trying to reach your senses too with the truth that you can do that. You can go back and change time, right? It's in all the movies, time traveling movies, Back to the Future. And with the operation in mathematics for change is a triangle. So you've seen those triangles ringing? So that's all connected. So it's easy to get off of the citizenship. You just do that right there in your head. Just say it. That's it. That's all. But what are the other ships that we have to get corrected as the hard ones, right? The relationships. But I mean, it's to be expected, because Jesus nobody listened to him in his hometown. What does that mean? The people that you're ringing your bell with, there's going to be your biggest test, because you guys are both used to ringing each other's bell, completing your incompleted rings off of the other, So you're learning from each other, but it's a struggle, right? It's not the whole ring yet. So that's where it's going to come up. And I'm seeing this, I was like, of course, my sister and my girlfriend, like, whoa. But that's a challenge, man, because this works. It works there. So we'll see how that goes. But I went to visit my mother and sister, and, good time, everything. But then, my sister I could know my sister so well now, and it's time for mom to go to bed, and she came out with her big drink, and I knew what was happening, because the heart knows before everything, right? So I was like, well, observe, be a real observer there, because what's going to happen. And there it was. Just go up and up and up, and I just kept keeping my ring right in here, right between my alpha and my omega. And she's standing up. I was like, finally, all right, I gotta get out of here. And I'm getting up. She's chest bumping. I was like, and I knew what she wanted, So I was like, well, make sure there's nothing in me, because we used to just fight, because we both had uncompleted rings with our parents' divorce and all that repressed child trauma. But so I just watched this. It came out my right arm. I just gave her a shove over onto the futon, started going down. I was the cause of all her problems. That's what that is. That's how that works. So as you closing your rings around you, the relationships right up in you, that's going to be the first. That's the real test for relationships. And those are funny. And this has been going on. The other one's like, you're not doing anything for me. But that makes sense. You're not ringing with their ring, like fighting and trying to work that stuff out. You got to go back and do your own ring, do your ring. That's all you can do. So the story there is, if you love it, then you should have put a ring on it. I mean, it makes everybody feel bad down here, right? Guys are like, oh, maybe I should ask her to marry me, and the girls are like, yeah, some bitch needs to buy me a ring, and it's expensive. Just problems, man. Problems. But the truth is there, because you just bounce it 3 times. We used to just bounce it back and forth. So the first video game was ping pong, or whatever that was called, just that, right? That's what you're playing when you're trying to find out about yourself. But take it a third time. Bounce that to them, what they bounce back, but then bounce it up to the high court and get their perspective that's coming through them to you. So that's the triangle now. You can play now, just knocking it back and forth. The thing is, just run it through that ringer. Because that memory you're making in that mark right there, you're writing that book. You're the author. It's kind of hard to be a real man, but you can say it, plan it, that's good. But this are the lessons, the actions, how to apply it, And I was like, hey, I should have known this one already. People are still just doing the same thing. You're either retarded or you're with a seps, And that worked there. That's a hook, like, well, they're just seps show, and these are threes, but then I saw it. That's a all connected show, man. That's another ring, right? So it doesn't matter where you step in on that. It's just that's what's gonna be playing in your dome, man, wherever it's at. So flat Earth, that's what we were doing, and I got to the point like, well, that's obviously a troll account, but then there was someone I knew from high school, and they're just saying the same thing, right? I was like, I'll take your pick, but I was making my pick for them to ring up in my ring. So it doesn't matter if it's synth or three, it's all the same thing. In Springfield, we had John Legend, man. He went to high school with my cousin, and I don't know, he's famous. And then last thing I saw, he's like doing some crazy Baphomet shit. I was like, damn, that's wicked. And are they playing people in the towns? And I was like, nah, that didn't sound right. It's like, well, that system's fishing for sure, and he's talented as fuck, man. Like, yeah, like great albums. And so what could have happened? Did he get fished and told what's going on? Like, these motherfuckers will never wake up, so don't worry about it. And maybe got lured in with some things from Babylon. I don't know, probably. But that's, it's just a 783, just watching it, observing that for what it is. And you don't have to figure all that out. Like, so yeah, bring this up, relationship stories. The gold joke of the day, my cousin Mikey, I was growing up, he's a couple years older, and we were at the Piccolo house, and I said, Mike, he's like, because he's solid, down to earth guy, no nonsense, but sort of plotting. It's like, but he was really interested in something, man. I was like, damn, what's Mike interested in? And I looked at the TV and I checked back again. I was like, yeah, he's like really right in there, man. And it was solid gold, man. Black people, white people, Chinese people dancing, grooving, having a good time. That's on the TV, what? That's where the gold was. I saw how just changing that. We got to change the vocabulary. That's how powerful the words are, Breaking news. What are they trying to break into your dome, right? Fuck it, man. Cut it right off. Blue Lives Matter. You lost the thread from the very first thing that came out of your mouth. So, I don't know. Do whack lives matter? If you think you're black, you're whack. You are. And I said, well, I'm white. I'm whiter than you. I'm whiter than the whitest white. Well, get all fucking white you can go, all right? You fucking albinos. All right? So, still on the whacking albino show. Huh? Because you think they're different people? Who's doing it? Who's on part of that show? The coppers? I was like, well, what are they trying to do? Keep those ZZs in your topper? Are those the ZZ toppers? Well, how am I supposed to feel about the whack albino ZZ Top show? None of it. And that's why they were coppers, because it was copper-colored tribes in North America. I made memes on it. It's out there. There's nobody pulling that down. So go see what we'll see here 100 years ago. But the coppers, that's why the racial tensions with the cops in the black community, and that's because they're trying to say that, well, there's black and it was copper colors, and the coppers were in there making sure that those little groups were separated. So they got these words, like how they're being used against you. So we'll keep going, making our own words that we use. So every time you see that, if you're choosing to look at that on there, catch it. Just catch it. And then go back. Where was that put in there? Like, where were we in? Like maybe 6th grade, kindergarten? Was I racist? And, then I saw it. Watching Roots. Slaves and slave ships and whips. This whack shit, man. Did it happen? Or is that a TV show? Made just for you. So every time that is a catch, like, because you think you know something, just go there and hang with it, and see what you really know about it. The only thing you can do is go back in time travel, and look at that experience, that memory, and that updates what's going on here. It really actually is like that. That's what we're doing right here in this moment. All these things are happening. You're just picking up on a few clues in that moment, but there's all kinds of stuff happening. So go back and tune up that part, and you change, and the present. That is the present. I can see, I can see, well, what's going to be the next argument if these people start experiencing this stuff? I popped up and it was black. And then, I popped up, it's blue. Well, what would God say? Is it black or is it blue? Oh, just tell them it's both. And that's why you always get blue on black, over and over. It's like, Stevie Ray Vaughan. That was before that. If you want to look, they redid it, and someone else just redid it. There's only so many tarot cards they have to work with. But I did see the blue. That day I was walking in that school and I saw the mandala. I was like, whoa. I said, what else is this? That was an interesting day. There's a lot to that day. But a little bit later, I was going into the teacher's lounge, opened the door, and then boom, just blue, light, electric energy, like everything. Like I was like, I got to look at it for a few seconds because it's like, there's a person in there, a donut box, even the TV, the refrigerator was blue light, like all of it, everything. So yeah, blue on black, A1, artificial intelligence. There's that just alpha and omega, 9 and 1. It's a simple pattern, but trying to go up into that the illusion in the world and try to find answers, it's going to break your head trying to figure it out at that level. So yeah, Chad Bayless. Oh man, so many memories to go through. BJ. Oh, I love all you guys watching. I put the videos up on YouTube, and that's an interesting experience. I was like looking at it, like, oh God, I was relieved. 0 views. That's good. For me, trying to find a guru out there. I was like, that's in your relationships, and we can figure out where in that ring. So it's just all connected. So if you're still believing, blue light, that's for that's your inner work. To go back in there and see where those programs. What are we yelling at everybody? You're just programmed. Oh yeah, we all are. At that level. So we just want to tune up our programs, or turn our knobs now, to rewrite that history. So you just complete ring, and that's what you bring to everything. Yeah. That's why relationships are so hard. We needed the 9 to come in. So what's coming out of them is you coming out through them, if that's where you're still in it. And you get angry at something. And so we've already talked about it many times, but it's worth reminding that just get that higher perspective, do that Hoffman process. Seem ridiculous, but just with practice, because if you have some hidden stuff, like me and my sister went through the same thing. I went down and got mine, got it out, So I don't know if that's her thing, but it's somewhere hidden. It's hidden from your consciousness, right? So, the deep breath, just try to go nothing and see where it goes. If that's what you're asking for it to go to, that's where it'll go. So yeah, that's what I have today. Yeah, I don't know if this resonates. I have people sending me stuff. Like, you're thinking though, you're one of the awake ones, but there's still like in that, like someone's gonna have the answers. I started looking at one. I was like, it makes you, because you're looking at them real close. That's what God is looking at you up real close. And so like, you don't need that, like that right there. Like what is that really for, right? Think about it. Fire. What is it? What is it really for? Go out there and find it. Nothing. There's nothing going on. Everybody's at home. That's what God wants. But that's what I wanted too. Stay home. What is it? And then that's it. But the COVID colors started out red and then changed. That's a good thing, because it's God trying to say your blood is man, but the 9th chakra, the 9, is the violet, right? Turns back into red. So there's more proof that this is a show from on high. These are just the clues, so when you see it, you can know what that's for. Seeing if you're going to be afraid. So good, there's COVID testing, because that's what we want. We don't want to break that golden rule. That was the whole problem. That's what this is all about. That's what life is. I'll keep doing these. I was like, maybe a month. What's up, Wags? Matthew Hoppy. What color are you on the spectrum? It's just a spectrum. You know? Piece people apart. See if they can test the test of the will. I mean, that beast system, it springs up anywhere there are people breaking the law. There's no reason to complain about it. It's a self-correcting part of the organism. Why is it over here? Find the holes, you know, get people defending all kinds of stuff. Go fishing. Well, take the good parts of fishing and do that. Just don't kill yourself and stick a hook in your mouth, because that's what's hooking you. Everything you do, that comes back to you. It's karma. Karmic wheel. I mean, I defended for a while, you know, I was coming out, I was like, oh man, I'd see my future, and it's like, because I was still down here sinning, or breaking the rules and stuff. I was like, I'm just going to wake up with the sun, and get out there, and stretch, and say my prayers, and, you know, I seem kind of, oh, I got to be that guy, but, you know, but you just vibrate to that, that's all that would work for you. But just I was like, well, I'm going to enjoy this moment now then, you know, whatever you're doing. Get it, like, you know, own it, you know, get the story for it. But, oh yeah, me and Matt Hoppy got so many stories. I mean, of course you do. You have access to every detail in there. But, I think I'll leave this one here today, and I'll see you tomorrow. I look a little bit on there, Malika, you know, but it's still black. No, you know, you're free from that. That's not your show, man. Garden Art Dome, man. If someone wants to swing up in there and get across your book ends, you know, that's the gate. That's the bouncers, where the bouncers are, right? Bouncing our bar. I was like, well, what about that story? But the story is just like a novel, but the pieces that go into it to explain that, you know, how people just tell that story forever. But, you know, I was in a bar, and I didn't have my ring was ringing, and I was like pissed off, man. I kicked the cab door in. Didn't get arrested for that, but I went into the bar, and something happened, and I just jumped in. And the guy said, "You want to take it outside?" I said, "Yeah." But as little did I know, as I'm walking out, he's a bouncer, and he sends the signals to his bouncers. Bouncing my shit out of the bar. I just saw it right there. Right? I said, "Oh, oops." He's a big black guy. No, was he black? No, he was a copper-colored brother, and he protected my ass. He was my angel, man. I was like, oh, and he was. He just grabbed me from behind, man, got me down, and there's this big just melee broke out above, you know. And you know, I got a black eye, but that's only because I was trying to get up to see what was going on, and I get kicked and thrown out of the bar. But I wasn't hurt. Some of my friends were banged up, so I got them banged up too. But you know, I didn't get arrested for that though. Cops were cool outside. We were walking around trying to find a place to sleep, and I was like, I just said that one thing, you know, fucking pig. And I didn't hear anything coming from behind, tackle me, put me in the squad car. I was watching Bad Boys, and it was at Mardi Gras, Tulane. I was like, ooh, was it me on there? But it was the same situation, just on another, in the French Quarter. We were up at Tulane. So it's just crazy, but yeah, bounce your bar. You're the bouncer of your bar. If something's coming in there, where's the door of your mind, you know? That's what's going to go in there and write that story up in your book of life. So just catch them there. You're not anything. You're not even an American, right? That's just borders for bees. And just drop the programs. You know, people who watched the Game of Thrones, there was a good part in there that, you know, you're not a faceless. You're not that face. You're a spirit, living spirit. You need that too if the man comes. That's what they're looking for. But their programs will pick up that to somebody's home, you know. That's their boss is your boss, you know. It's not the same old boss. Meet the new boss. There's a new boss in town. So we'll keep going through it. This is what's working for me to survive the COVID-19 and get ready for the alienation. All right. Love to everyone. Love to everyone. If you're in there arguing with someone, just tell them to start at the beginning. I got the first one up on the YouTube channel. I'll provide links, all that shit. I don't do that. If it works, it works. It's the proof. That's the pleasure. Anyway, it's fun getting on here, seeing everyone. It's just a big joke, man. Step back. I told you that. I was like, what was I even worried about? So, fun. Find that. That's what we miss. Just get used to it. You know, the mind always goes to something, well, what about this? And then that's your clue. Work on that. Swinging around. All right. See you tomorrow. Big ups. Much love.